Hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Today, I am going to be doing 4-star quests. There's a lot of actual monsters, and I'm very excited. I'm very happy that that's there. There's also shrimp in a pot now. I think there's bread that wasn't here before. But I finished all the quests before this, so 1, 2, 3, all complete. 4 has a lot. I did a couple here. This was the urgent quest, but there's also a capture quest for Malfestio as well that I might do soon. I also did this because I wanted to unlock big boomerangs for... There's a specific quest. This quest. Better killing with the prowler with the big boomerang. My nose is slightly stuffed, so my speech is going to be slightly weird. But there's a lot more actual monster hunts, and it is great. I think I'm going to continue with like left to right as a system, which means that I have a couple of these to do, or 3 of those to do. But I'm going to start with hunting a Rathian. I have to decide whether I want to do aerial or not though. I think I've been using aerial too much, so I think I should try it. I should use a different variety. But maybe we could try Adept versus Rathian? Yeah. I don't love Adept, but I think practicing it would be beneficial. Especially against actual monsters instead of just basic like Velocidromes and stuff. I'll do one Rathian quest and then I will work on other quests with other non-adept setups. I think this is the best one, pretty much. Is this... I don't know the names well enough to go through this very quickly yet. Black Belt I think is good for aerial, but that's not what I'm running. Invuln. Yeah, let's go something simple like this. I also just made a couple pieces of armor. Kezu feet and Malfestio waist, just for the defense value. So from 2 to 18 is a pretty big improvement. Where am I fighting it? Verdant Hills. I can't remember if I need... It might have a cold area? So just to be safe, I'm gonna bring hot drinks. I need to actually remember the zones, the locales properly. This might be one that has nothing. Yeah, nothing. Okay, Verdant Hills doesn't require any heat adjustment or temperature adjustment. It's good to know. Zones where I think the Rathian could be. My guess is 3 or 5? 3, 4, 5 is my best guess. It could be in 10 or 8 as well, but... I mean, it could be in any zone for all I know, but... Zone 5 has a wyvern nest. Seems like an easy place to put it. Zone 3 is like the... I don't know, it's just a noteworthy zone to me. but clearly it's not here. And it feels more likely to be in an open area instead of a instead of a foresty area. Which is why I assume it's not on the left. It obviously could be, though. I wonder how Rathian fights in this game. Because like everything's slower. It probably still has the spinning. It has much beadier eyes. Okay, I need to remember Adept. Oh, I missed. Right through the legs. And tail spin. Oh, Adept doesn't have the vertical sweeping sword attack combo. It is vertical horizontal, so I can't easily work with that. Ooh, it did it 3 times. Interesting. 4 times even. Okay, way early. And I expect it to be like a swipe, not a slow flyby. Oh, that's too slow. I need to learn its actual proper timing. That's getting... the chip damage is pretty silly. I should be dodging stuff like that. It's fine, but I expected a more dangerous attack. Again, the run that's actually an attack is distracting. Okay, good to know that they will just combo straight into... That's awful. I'm gonna die because of that. Yep. I don't think there was much I could do at that point, after I got hit by the tail swipe. I don't think it was possible to avoid it after that. Which is a little annoying. Like, tail swipe into tiny little charge that knocks me over, into another tiny little charge that stuns me. It's not the best. I shouldn't have been that low HP, probably. I could have avoided it pretty easily. But once it had gotten that to that point, it was, I think, impossible to survive. Which is mostly just unfortunate. If I had stun resist, it would have been possible. I don't know if it's possible to have stun resist maxed this early in the game. My assumption is it's impossible to have, like, negate stun at this point. He doesn't have as much of a tell on that. I think Rise gives that attack a bigger tell. It's not exactly surprising when they do that attack, though. I figured it would do that. Okay, it can't even hit me, so I don't get an adept. And then that, I hate that attack. That attack is the worst. I think I hate adept. I think I'm just bad. Yeah, I was in a bad position. I should have not been there. Because by that point I was doomed to be hit by the tail swipe because it's very quick. Zone 8. Zone 9. Weird. I assumed it would go to all the way down to 8 because 8 actually has space. Yeah, that one attack where it charges is pretty annoying. Very little setup. It's basically just running, but it does damage. What? What's a sparkly? Yeah, but I hate that attack. It's predictable-ish, but like, there's no like proper tell. It just sort of starts running. Like obviously, if it's facing towards me, I should assume that it might be about to do that. It's not like it's impossible to avoid. I just hate it. And it has bad hitbox too, with the foot hitting that hard for a charge attack. Okay, and it will land and then instantly do another spin, which I don't think it does in Rise. Yeah, it is way more... I don't know, it feels more aggressive with a couple of its attacks. Which is weird, considering so many monsters in this game. The early monsters are slower. I don't think Rise will do tail swipe land instant tail spin or backward backflip. I don't think there's any that... I don't think Rathian ever does that. It obviously should be adept evading and such. What a weird attack. Well, okay. That didn't hit. Good to know. Oh, I need to switch out my Calicos, because they're dumb. And they don't actually do anything helpful. Because they're just gatherers, I think. Because I think I forgot to swap them after I unlocked Big Boomerang. Big Boomerang, I needed to make sure I had a, that was too slow. I had to make sure I had a Palico with Big Boomerang equipped to unlock it when when I hunted a Gendrome. That's weird. I guess it was the air pressure? Or wind pressure? I hate that attack. I hate that they do that as well. Oh. Okay, probably zone 9 or 10. It's such a bad attack, that run. Okay, that didn't dodge. Good to know. What? How'd that get the adept? Yes, wind pressure, but that was so late. Make it safely. That's not what I tried to input. There. Okay, that's a very easy tail cut, at least at this stage of the game. That's good. Yeah. Okay, missed. Okay. I think other than the one attack... Well, there's two attacks that are different, but only one feels Like, the Rathalos going directly into a second tail swipe is fine. Great timing on the heal. I think that attack, I hate that attack. I think that's the only thing I dislike about this. I think most of it, compared to Rise and World, I think most of the rest of the setup is fine. It's the same, basically. The double swipe feels different, but it might not be. And I mean, the charge is actually the same, I think. It's just more... I think it has even less telegraphing, or less warning on this, in this game compared to those. And those don't even have that much warning. But it can be dealt with. Just when it turns to face you, don't stand in front of it. But that's just kind of annoying. I'm low on food, actually. Or stamina. Worth it. The complete lack of the ability to not get knocked down by that is kind of silly. Like, getting knocked down by the legs on an attack like that's always annoying. Oh, yeah. Very basically no real lead up to the tail swipe that I'm pretty sure does exist in other... Oh, okay, I'm dead, probably. Because I don't have time to drink. I do. It ran past me. That knockback is garbage. Getting hit is fine. The distance that I was knocked back, though, is absurd. I was hit here by the end of the tail, going in this direction, and then I was launched like this far. That's not reasonable. Especially given the direction of impact. This was a slow hunt. Or this has been a slow hunt, considering it's not I hate that attack. Considering it's not technically over yet. Yeah, there's a couple things that I don't really like. And I think are better telegraphed in later games. But the most frustrating really is the charge. The charge is super obnoxious. That missed. I need to switch out my Palicos, I think. I think as it is, my Palicos are absolutely worthless. Because they're gatherers. They're good for items, but they mostly just get in the way. They sit on the other side of the zone, and then they draw aggro occasionally, making the monster run across the entire zone for no reason. I think I need to switch to a healer Palico, or healer Palicos, with large monster focus would probably be for the best. Large only, me-length style, has true health horn. I can give her herb horn. I could go an assist one if it has large only. I'm gonna go with this one. No, we'll go with this one, see how it goes. And spend a second. Sure. Health horn, armor horn, herb horn, mega barrel Bombay, demon horn, and shock prison. Probably get them armor or something. I can probably craft a bunch of different types, not a lot total. But I was gonna do 2 of these, but I guess I'll start with a Nargacuga, because they clearly want me to hunt a Nargacuga. I don't like Adept. I think it's basically Aerial and Alchemy are my favorite. I can go with Aerial because it's simpler for now. Because Aerial is very simple. Nargacuga. Wound the Nargacuga wing. Mountain peaks means cold, for sure. They should go okay. I need to check gear, I need to craft gear, but that's for the future. Battered fisherman. Bruised and battered, but not dead. Is Mountain Peaks not the one with the cold? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, good to remember. M Peaks is not the cold one. My guess is zone 5. 5, 6, 8, 9 feel the most likely. It could be 2 though. It could be any of them. Except I'm doubtful it would be zone 7. I didn't eat. This is not here. Unless this doesn't have a cutscene the moment you enter the zone. That'd be cool. I mean, if I go to 6, I will actually check. No, 6, 8, 9 is better. then I can dip into 7, come back. Yeah, here it is. This might be really hard. Yeah, it's so much smaller than it is in Rise. Which is really funny. Oh, both hang go. Oh, spin, yep. Okay, I didn't expect that. I mean, this is kind of exactly the aerial value. Why did it do nothing? It just sat there. I pressed the wrong button. I pressed B for some reason. Or it's A actually on this controller. I kind of like this smaller Nargacuga. It's a little more fitting, in my opinion. With the like sneaky night stabbing, oh cool, monster aesthetic. It's very quick though. I actually wonder if it's quicker than the Rise version. Oh, that's a bigger reach than I expected for how small it is. It definitely feels like it moves faster. Not like more often, just the movement itself occurs quicker. Flying Nargacuga. What a funny image. Excuse me. I had to clear my throat, and I couldn't. I could have stopped, but... Did the Nargacuga hit the Gargwa from behind and it dropped an egg because of it? That's what it looks like. That's very funny. I want to see if I can just roll into it to avoid damage. Like, get the aerial takeoff mid-attack, see if I can get avoidance that way. Oh. It's kind of hard to do that when it jumps sideways, though. You know, I can't... It just keeps going, and I can't really do anything. It seems more aggressive. I think my impression is that it's more aggressive. It could just be that relative to not having wire bugs and stuff, it's more aggressive. Because not being able to wire recovery, like the fights are balanced around that, but with the wire recovery, that slight shift back, the wire bug recovery means a lot of movement after getting hit. Kind of hate that Nargacuga actually flies in this though. Because if it actually had to run to other not locales, other zones, it wouldn't move as much. Like if it had to run, it would go from 2 to 4, 2 to 6, 2 to 3, 2 to 1. It wouldn't go to 5. It would be slightly faster to hunt it that way. No jump off that? Ooh, red eyes. Or red eye, singular, actually. Interesting. Sorry. Okay, that's fine. I want to break the wing arm. It's so quick compared to... Yeah, I know. If I was actually in melee range, I could have jumped and it would have been fine, but... Since he's constantly out of my accessible range, I can't really do much. I can't jump off of him to avoid that attack. Quick sheath would be pretty nice for this. Okay, I was too slow. I hopped sideways instead of forward. If I'd rolled when I wanted to, I would have been fine. Oh, apparently they have a similar charge attack to a Rathian that doesn't look like a damaging attack, but it is. Yeah, they move. I think the actual motion is quicker. Though it could be an FPS thing, where like the game is lower frame rate, but it moves to the same distance in the same amount of time, which means that it takes fewer frames to travel to the point or something. So it looks faster because it skips a lot of intermediary locations. Visually. I don't know, other than positioning, I don't know if I could dodge that. I hate that. I hate that that's an attack. Those, like, light charge attacks that just do damage are really annoying. Rude. And this is let it sit. I should just Sonic Bomb it, I guess. I don't know if there's a specific timing to Sonic Bomb it. I don't think there is. Maybe I can Sonic Bomb when it's trying to fly away? Well, let's learn. Throw a Sonic Bomb at it. And it just temporarily... Yeah, there's no point in doing it when there's not a specific timing. I don't know what timing there is, though, for Sonic Bombing. Maybe there's a combo... A specific, like, chain of attacks that it will do that becomes avoidable if you throw a Sonic Bomb to cancel it. Maybe when it's Red Eye form, you throw a Sonic Bomb and it drops out of the Enrage. Gaming. Okay, I can barely see it. It's going this way. Zone 2. I saw a ration. Too late. You stupid Gargwa. I was hoping it wouldn't do that, but it did. Did I break its face? What was that noise? I should probably just focus the tail. Focus on actually killing the monster. Mistake. Monsters definitely run more often in this game. Like, they 100% run more frequently. You bullfango. You know what? Deserved. Kind of trying to see... I'm not sheathing. Because I was going to try to prepare to roll into it, see if I could bounce off of an attack. You definitely can't bounce off of that. At least not with that timing. Its tail grows longer when it does that attack. So it has more reach than it should. But it... I hate this game. Stop running. But yeah, the tail has a longer reach than it actually is. Because it clearly stretched when it was stuck in the ground. Which is good to know, because... Oh, it looks like I should be out of range, but I am not, because it stretches. It would be really frustrating to learn because I get hit. I hate this. The visual nightmare that is fighting in reeds. Okay, tail injured but not broken. Or cut. Like, you can only cut Nargacuga's tail? I hate this game. When its eyes are red? I guess what's AFK? Well, it moves. It's going to zone 8 or 9? Okay. They move too often. It's so annoying. They really don't need to move this frequently. Yeah, it stretches. The textures themselves or whatever stretch as well. A trap. If I had Tranks, I could capture it. But I don't, so I can't. I kind of like this version of this monster a little. Like, I like the smaller version. It does still, it feels faster. Which isn't bad, I would just have to get used to it. Compared to the other versions that I've hunted. So it's interesting. It's very interesting minor differences that have been made from here, between here and Sunbreak. That's Nargacuga. I can see if I can do anything with it. But I'm going to do a couple of the gathering quests next, because I still need to get through them all. Day Hunt gives me a scale. Black Fur Cutwing. Pretty good, actually, I think, the Cutwing. Yeah. I want to check if there are any... I might not be able to make weapons, because any weapon might be an upgrade. Oh, so Rathian weapon. I mean, the Nargacuga, if there is a Nargacuga weapon, it should be an upgrade from Grim Cat, right? Right? I would hope so. It feels like a missed opportunity if it wasn't, but... yeah, this is here. It looks pretty good. Maybe it's one of these, it's Nargacuga. I have no Dragonite. That might be in the volcano or something? Need more paddock oil to upgrade that. And that's not a new craft. Gammoth. The bathrobe. So Nargacuga male. Evade distance and expert. Seems pretty good. So 3-2. Three, 1. 2 slots. Nothing. Worthless. But 3 slots. 1 slot. 4 evade distance. That could be a fun set to mess with. You can get evade expert and evade distance maxed. Or 10 points in it. So expert, I could get +1, which is not a lot, but it's something. I don't know how evade extender is in this game. I don't know if it's as good. It's definitely not as good as it is in Rise. I'm 90% sure. Unless it was nerfed after Rise and then buffed again. So I just did this, and that unlocked another basic Nargacuga hunt. That's very weird. But I'm not gonna hunt it again today. I'm gonna do this, and maybe that. 10 unique ferns is pretty easy, but I should do it as a prowler. Current prowler is this one. I do have big boomerangs equipped. I have boomerang pro equipped. Not that I'm hunting anything, but two eternal fossils. Oh, that's really annoying. I basically just need transportation. Yeah, go with that. Most HP. Oh, none of these are here. Unless I missed it. I don't think I saw any of the transporter ones. Maybe they weren't available on cats. But I'm pretty sure this is in zone 11? Which is tedious because I can't go through zone 3 to get back. It's not even on the map. It was outside of 7. That's weird. Why does it do that? But it's either 9, 10, or 11. And I will probably waste a little bit of time seeing if I can just go from 10 to 3. But I'm pretty sure that the jump from 10 to 3 will cause it to be dropped. Because you fall from way up there somewhere? I don't know where you drop from. Hello. Who are you? Goodbye. Goodbye, you cannot catch me. I am a cat. And cats don't have stamina limits. They can just run forever. You might be better to transport as a... I think there's palicos that can have skills that help with transporting. But without that, it might be better to transport as a hunter. Okay, it's zone 11. Which actually, it being zone 11 instead of 10 actually kind of makes me want to... I'll double check. Yep. Since it's zone 11, it's still a time loss, but it's significantly less of a time loss than 10. Like 10, 3, 2, 1 home is a lot quicker than 10, 9, 8, 5, 6, 1 home. But 11, 10, 3, 2, 1 versus 11, 9, 8, 5, 6, 1 is a little closer. They're balancing it on their head. It's impressive. I don't know. Like, wilds, there's a lot of potential for stuff to be different in wilds. Like, I actually think, like, having gathering quests like this that are sort of, instead of, hey, go get this egg, having there be a setup of there are egg locations, there are fossil locations, and just find them, pick one up, bring it back to camp, and that's it. That's the only, like, quest related to them. Then I guess, like, oh, you did it. You don't get sent specifically to find them. Could be fun. It could be like, oh, there are believed to be fossils in this locale. Find them for us. Could be interesting. Like, find the 5 different spots as like a sub quest while you're doing other hunts. That might become too open world style fetch quest, which admittedly this is a fetch quest. I'm just running, picking up a fossil, running back. I'm just wondering if there's, trying to think of better ways that wilds could do egg and fossil and such transport quests, or just remove them from the game entirely. That would be fine by me. Because I don't think I would miss transport quests. I really don't. They are part of the game. They've been around, to my understanding, forever. But I'm afraid that Kelby's gonna ram me and make me drop the fossil. It's such a, like, 90% of the time, it's just not that interesting. Like, I wonder if there's a way to make it more interesting. Make these, like, egg quests more appealing. Because having a monster show up when you grab it isn't it, in my opinion. Yeah, okay, so they drop from up. They drop through that, okay. Where the webs are hanging out. But like, oh, you grab an egg and a Rathian appears? I don't think that really makes it interesting. Because either you run from it, fail multiple times, get hit, lose the egg several times, or you fight it, in which case it just becomes egg quest plus hunt quest. And it's just never, for me, it's not very interesting. Just trying to think, like, if it leaned into, like, stealth, like, oh, Gilly Mantle, steal the egg, and then since the map of Wild's map is so much bigger, there could be a lot more, like, sneaking options instead of limited corridors and stuff. But maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't come back. Because I think, like, actually, no. Having, like, a food-based function whereby you don't need to collect them, but like if you collect an egg from every nest in a zone, you get more food options. That feels too open world formula though. That doesn't really fit with the gameplay loop, in my opinion. Except for the fact that, again, it's not really that different from being given a quest that unlocks a new ingredient. It's not really different from that. But it's the freeform factor that makes it feel, to me, like it might be a little out of place. That freedom of, oh yeah, just check off the boxes or don't, feels weird. It's weird that it feels different. Because, I mean, in this game, if you don't do the Prowler quests, it seems like you don't unlock the bee. Oh, I have to go pick up honey from the trader. But you don't pick up the honey trade. You can't use palicos to get honey. So like, there's already sort of optional things to check off to get advantages. But for some reason, to me, the idea of, oh yeah, there's 5 nests here, bring back 1 egg from each and we'll give you a new ingredient, feels out of place. I don't know why. It's hard to pin down why it feels like it's just open world game formula. Like a formulaic implementation. This took so long. Compared to how like much focus it took a very long time to do that. Well, this is where I will wrap up though. It's about time. Those rivers are weird. The rivers down there just look weird. And also these Altanoth on the left that are in the background are very much larger than they should be. The scale is not maintained. It took 7.5 minutes. And it's just run there, pick up, run back, run there, pick up, run back. Maybe I could have gone through zone 3 and it would have saved, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute. That's it for today. I need to pick up the honey. But other than that, it's about time to wrap up. Yeah. Wait, that's 5 per? It's like 6 there, 6, 7. That's a lot of honey. That's a very large amount of honey. Sure. I already have a lot of honey. Maybe I should trade for bitter bugs. I should actually probably trade for flash bugs. Because if I get a lot of flash bugs, then I can actually hopefully remember to make flash bombs and actually use them instead of totally ignoring that as a mechanic. Be very beneficial to actually interact with the mechanics of the game. Okay, but yeah, I'll wrap up. That was productive. Next time, well, before next time, I will spend some time Before now even, technically. Timeline-wise, the stream will probably be ongoing or done by now. Well, actually, it'd be done an hour ago, I think, about, is my intention on the time of this releasing. So I really should just refer to it as something that occurs in the past, despite the fact that it's in the future. But I will clear a bunch of quests. I'm probably going to save the capture quest for the next video. I'm going to save the Blangonga for the next video. Najarala, like any new monsters I'll probably save so that I have a reason to hunt them. But I'll probably clear a bunch of these dull quests, duplicate quests, the hunt-a-thons for monsters that I've already hunted. Lagombi I've already done. Like most of these are things, I'll do the ones that I've already done and the boring side quests before next time, hopefully. And I will save... I might not save the Prowler one. I might do all the Prowler ones as well. Or I might have done the Prowler ones. Yeah. Next time I'll do new monsters, mostly. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.